What if I told you that while everyone online seems to be debating whether Nintendo's next console is worth it, the real world has already made up its mind. And it's not even close. That beneath the noise of skeptical YouTube comments, endless Reddit threads, and Twitter hot takes, something huge is happening. The Nintendo Switch 2 isn't just building hype. It's breaking records, flipping industry expectations, and turning cautious optimism into a full-on global frenzy. Let's rewind for a second. Nintendo has always had this knack for surprising people. Remember the original Switch reveal back in 2016? Everyone scoffed at the detachable Joy-Cons and the weird hybrid concept. Fast forward a year and it was sold out everywhere. Scalpers had a field day. Breath of the Wild changed open-world games. And suddenly, the underdog console outsold the Xbox One and even gave the mighty PlayStation 4 a run for its money. Now, history isn't just repeating itself. It's about to eclipse that moment in a way nobody saw coming. In Japan, things have already hit fever pitch. Nintendo's president, Shuntaro Furukawa, recently addressed fans directly on the My Nintendo store, and what he revealed was staggering. Over 2.2 million people applied through Nintendo's lottery system just for a chance to pre-order the Switch 2. That number dwarfs their forecast and completely blows past what they can supply in their first two sales waves combined. Imagine hosting a concert in a venue for 20,000 and having 2 million people show up at the gates. That's where Nintendo is right now. To try and soften the blow, they've announced that anyone who doesn't get picked in the first lottery will automatically be rolled into the second. But even then, Furukawa admitted it won't be enough. Backorders, delays, and those frustrating out-of-stock banners are inevitable. And that's just in Japan. Move over to Europe and it's the same story. French retail giant FNAC reported numbers so high it made their PS5 and original Switch launches look tame. They're expecting to move 300,000 units on day one. For comparison, the PlayStation 5 sold around 107,000 units in its launch week in France. The original Switch, about 105,000. The Switch 2 is tripling those numbers, and it hasn't even hit shelves yet. And here's the twist. It's not just the casual crowd lining up this time. According to FNAC, a significantly higher percentage of buyers are what the industry likes to call core gamers. Accessory sales are soaring too, especially for the new Pro controller and an unexpected hit, the Switch 2 camera attachment. Yes, you heard that right, a camera. Nintendo's stepping into territory it's flirted with in the past but never fully committed to. Integrated video and voice chat. Finally, after years of awkward phone app workarounds and limited in-game communication, Switch 2 is introducing a built-in voice chat system, powered by the new camera attachment and a microphone. It might not be perfect out of the gate. Early testers report video calls are a bit choppy, but it's a massive leap forward for a company famously reluctant about online connectivity. But demand isn't just about fancy peripherals or better multiplayer chat. There's also the matter of game sizes ballooning on the new system. Both first-party and third-party titles are seeing significantly larger file sizes, which means most players will need to invest in a microSD express card almost immediately. If you thought managing storage was a hassle on the original Switch, buckle up. This time around it's going to be essential. And speaking of third parties, that's where things get really interesting. For years, Nintendo has struggled to secure consistent third-party support for its systems. Yet with the Switch 2, publishers are lining up. Case in point, Bethesda just dropped the bombshell that Elder Scrolls 4, Oblivion Remastered is in the works. While the official announcement didn't plaster a Switch 2 logo on the trailer, insiders are confidently confirming it's coming to the new console. That alone marks a major turning point. Of course, not everything is perfect. There's been controversy around Mario Kart World Tour's pricing. At $80 for a standalone copy, fans were quick to voice their displeasure. Thankfully, most seem to be opting for the bundle, which offers the game at a lower cost when packaged with the console, a move reminiscent of the original Switch's Zelda Breath of the Wild bundle, which was notoriously hard to find after launch. Another hot topic: accessory compatibility. Rumors initially suggested that beloved GameCube controllers might be restricted to Switch Online titles only. Panic set in for Smash Bros. Fans. But Nintendo later clarified the functionality will be broader than expected, though we're still waiting on full details. It's the kind of back and forth that has come to define Nintendo hardware launches, where surprises, good and bad, lurk around every corner. With midnight launch events planned in major cities like Paris, and North American retailers already bracing for record-breaking demand, the writing's on the wall. Analysts are predicting 6.5 million units sold in North America alone within the first launch window. That's a staggering number for any console, let alone one releasing in 2025. What's different this time isn't just the raw demand, but the shape of that demand. This isn't just parents buying a holiday gift for their kids. It's longtime Nintendo fans. It's hardcore gamers. It's people who skipped the PS5 waiting for something fresh. It's developers who, for the first time in years, are betting big on a Nintendo platform. So while online chatter might give you the impression that people are hesitant, or the console is facing skepticism, don't be fooled. The Switch 2 is shaping up to be one of Nintendo's most successful launches ever. And if you're hoping to grab one at release, you might want to start prepping now. Because history shows us that when a Nintendo console launches with this kind of momentum, shortages don't last for weeks. They can stretch into months. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.